Hey, beautiful people. This is Cleo with Train Me for Tech, giving you the tech tips you need to thrive in business, work, and school. In today's lesson, we'll learn how to run disk cleanup and a little bit about
So we
system
want to
drivers.
learn how to clean up some of those system files on our computer. They may just be taking up space. They may have been saved by other programs or files. And we're going to do that through disk cleanup. You can see here that I made a shortcut, but if you don't know where to find it, that's what I'm here for. So we're going to go down to the bottom left-hand corner. You have Start or Search. If you don't have the magnifying glass, then just click on Start and you'll start typing in disk cleanup. There it is. So left click with your mouse. Disk cleanup will open up and tell you essentially how much space you can save on your computer. So we see here, you can use disk cleanup to free up the 1.65 gigabytes of disk space on Windows C. So Windows C is my hard drive. That's what's holding my programs, my pictures, my data, my information, downloaded program files. So if you've downloaded any programs or installed any programs, there may be files left over from that previous installation. We can clean those out. Temporary internet files. They are files that are installed by your browser to help you get back to websites that you use often. Maybe they want to track some of what you do online. That's your temporary internet files. So, but if you want to clear up some files, there it goes. You have your recycle bin. This is pretty important because you may delete some of your files or folders and say, you know what, I need that back. You want to keep that in the recycle bin. So we don't want to check those boxes, but the other ones that we can clear up that space, we'll take. So you see the total amount of disk space that we'll gain after this is 781 megabytes. That's what we'll get back. Say we need to free up some of that space and we can have it there. You also can do clean up system files. So if you've done Windows updates, if you have upgraded your operating system, some of those files may be left over. And usually when that happens, you will see a lot of space that you can get back by running that. So this cleanup is now calculating how much space we'll be able to free up on Windows C, which is our hard drive. So it may take a few minutes, just depending on how much you use your computer, how old it is. It may take half an hour. It may take 30 seconds. It just depends. So there we go. Now look here, after we made that additional selection, we see all of what we had before, but we also see some extra options. So we have Microsoft Defender antivirus, the files from that, Windows upgrade log files. We can get 136 megabytes. We'll take those. Where do we gain the most space from? Here I have a previous Windows installation. So I have changed the edition from Windows. I went from Windows Home Edition to Windows Professional Edition, and it tells me this is files from a previous Windows installations. Files and folders that may conflict with the installation of Windows have been moved to folders named Windows.old. You can access data from the previous Windows installations in this folder. So there's some old information there that I may want to go back to from my previous installation and look through and say, hey, do I want these files? It told me the name of the folder is called Windows.old, so I can do a search for that name and look at those files. But just clicking through a few of these, I've been able to, and say I do want to keep my, let's see, also my device driver packages. So Windows keeps copies of all previous installed device driver packages from Windows Update and other resources, even after installing newer versions of drivers. This task will remove older versions of drivers that are no longer needed. The most current version of each driver package will be kept. What in the world does that mean? So your device drivers, this is an important part of your Windows operating system of your computer. I'll show you why it's important. So go to Device Manager. I'm going to type in Device Manager. Well, halfway. I don't even need to type in the whole thing. Now I'm under a limited account right now. So look what it tells me. So say you're using a work computer, you may not be able to make any changes to device manager, but we can see it. So it tells me you're logged in as a standard user. You can view device settings in device manager, but you must be logged in as an administrator to make changes. So I need to be under the administrator account to make any changes to my device manager. So what is it? It's showing me everything that's in my computer. I see my Bluetooth, my cameras, my disk drives, display adapters, what gives me the things I have on the screen. And each of these pieces of hardware, say my mouse, I have my touchscreen mouse and I have an advanced mouse, my Kensington Expert mouse for experts. I love it. So actually I'll show it to you all if you can see it. Love this mouse. So I have that mouse set up. Because I see it here, it's telling me it has a driver. So there's software, a small program that makes the hardware, the things you actually touch, work. That is the drivers. So we see here in properties, I can look at the driver details. It'll tell me about them. I may want to update the driver to see if it's some software that, has some better features, provides more protection. I could roll back the driver. Why is rolling back the driver important? Because rolling back gives me a previous version of that driver. Like I know my computer worked when I had this old driver, say my display adapter, so I can see on my computer. So we're going to go into here and go to my Intel display adapter, right? So that gives me, so I can see. So the things, everything I see on my screen, I need that display driver to see it correctly. If I'm having problems and things are fuzzy or they're not looking good, then this is where I'm going to go. So I'm going to say, hey, what driver do I have? They give me the driver date, the driver version, your signature, who it's from, and the driver details. So if I wanted to go back and say my driver I had last time worked, I can go roll back the driver. However, the driver device packages, if I delete my old drivers here, I won't be able to roll back. So maybe we just want to keep that there. So that's just a little quick lesson on drivers. Where do you get these from? Wherever your computer manufacturer is. If you have a Dell, see, I'm going to bring up the window. So I have a Dell computer, right? I don't have a Dell. Well, I'm not using a Dell right now, but I do like Dell computers. So I'll go to support, Dell, right? And we see support here. What does it say? Drivers and downloads. Oh, I'm going to go there. You enter your Dell service tag or your model. So say I have a Inspiron. This is what I have. Inspiron 1210. Say that's the model of the computer I have. I looked on my computer. That's what it says. I'm going to go here, drivers and downloads. My operating system, I can tell right off top, this is an old computer because the operating system is Windows XP. All right, we're up to Windows 11 now. So we've jumped a lot of operating systems. You want to see which ones we jumped? Windows XP. Right before that, we had Windows ME or Windows Millennium. We had Windows 7. We had Windows 7 Service Pack 2. Yeah, so we had Windows 7 Service Pack 2. We had Windows 8. We had Windows 10, and now we're at Windows 11. So say I'm at Windows XP, and I need to find, we go to the category. Audio, like my sound, it's not working right. Let me look for audio drivers. Download it, install it on my computer, and then I can go to audio, and I should be able to see my updated audio driver there. So that's just a little quick lesson on drivers. But we're gonna go back to this cleanup. We're gonna keep our device drivers and clear up this 768 megabytes of space. And click on OK.
Today you have learned how to run disk cleanup, the last 5 Microsoft operating systems, a brief overview of Device Manager, what are system drivers, and where to find your system drivers. We squeezed a lot into this lesson. I'm looking forward to the next, so leave me some comments on what do you like to discover, or give me a like if you enjoyed this lesson. To support this channel and keep enhancing your IT skills, follow me at Train Me for Tech.